Hi everyone, my name is Chris and I also go by Ms.Filmingo and welcome to today's video. I'm happy to share with you all my exclusive interview with Benjamin Cohen and Max Strand. They are both behind the film Rockies, which recently became available on digital platforms. And before we jump into the interview, I want to give you all a quick rundown of the film. Growing up, Charlie and his friends spent their days loitering in the parking lot of Rockies, the neighborhood 24/7 deli. Years later, after drifting apart during their college years, Charlie receives word that an ex-girlfriend has tragically died. He returns home ahead of the funeral, aware that there are some people that it will be awkward to see. His first stop is Rocky's, where he runs into a cast of characters from his past. Some are happy to see him, others are not. In real time, Charlie's old crew reconnects to confront past wounds, eat a few sandwiches, and face the reality that they've grown up, whether they want to admit it or not. Now that you all know about the film, let's go cut to my interview with Ben and Max. So thank you both for taking the time out of your busy schedule to speak with me. I'm so happy I got to check out the film, and I have to ask right away, is Rocky's a real deli? And if it is, what's your go-to sandwich?
Um, it is definitely inspired by a real place from our childhood.
Okay.
And my go-to sandwich is egg, cheese, hash brown on a wedge.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And my go-to sandwich, my younger brother Jacob actually had a sandwich there named after him, and
Oh, that's amazing.
he was on the right track. So I'm gonna go with his order, which was chicken cutlet, lettuce, mayo, black pepper on a
That
hero.
that sounds delicious. Oh my God. It's
There
making me
you
hungry. So what
go.
was the Rocky's Deli like actually the location inspired by in your honor? What was the
I mean,
actual
the
place?
sandwiches at this place were great, but it wasn't really about that. We wanted to write a movie about the kind of time in your life where you don't really want to spend time at home anymore, but you don't really have your own place to go to. So the deli we'd go to had like a parking lot. It's obviously featured in the movie where we could kind of hang out and be with our friends until we heard about a party, and then we'd get in the car and go there. That would get broken up, and then we'd come back to the parking lot and wait till we heard about like the next thing. And there and looking back at that time, like some of our favorite memories or experiences were in the downtime, just sitting around and chatting. So we wanted to, yeah, make a movie that highlighted those moments, like maybe before the event or right after the event, when people are forced to just kind of connect with each other.
Okay, so I also have to ask you both, what is your collaboration process like? Because I noticed, Max, this is your second time directing. Ben, this is your first time directing. Can you talk about your collaboration process?
Yeah, sure. Well, first Ben and I grew up with each other. So I
Oh,
think, knowing each other so well and being such good friends, I think definitely aided in the collaboration process where we were able to talk to each other very easily and communicate very easily and create a space where there's no bad ideas. Um, so in terms of the writing process, we would get together and we called it having the wheel, which would be having the computer with the script open, and while the other person would be kind of pacing back and forth and saying ideas, and we'd switch off kind of doing that and just, piggybacking off each other. And then similarly on set, I think we just trusted each other's opinions so much that we were able to, without having to, almost like one mind, without having to kind of always go over with each other, just trusting each other and being able to talk to the actors or talk to the camera and do all that kind of stuff. It was just very beneficial and easy for us because we had, such a long history and friendship.
Yeah, I think saying the lines out loud while the other one would be writing it down, like we had a good sense of what we wanted the tone to be. So it was really easy to like trust that instinct once we were on set. Be like, okay, we felt good about, that take. Let's move on, or maybe let's try it again in a little bit of a different way. So it was really like a good shorthand once we like arrived at the moment of shooting the movie.
I'm glad that you were able to collaborate together. So since you guys knew each other for so long, how did you both meet? Was it in grade school?
Kindergarten, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
kindergarten.
very cute. Okay, so then also I have to drop into the casting. How did you get the casting all together? Because I thought Ben Cook, who was excellent, and Stanley Simmons. Can you talk about the casting process?
I had worked with Stanley. I before directing this movie, I produced a number of movies, and I'm like
Okay.
have a number of movies that I'm set to produce right now. So I had worked with the casting director Kate Geller on a film called Jacqueline Argentine, directed by Bernardo Brito. And so I sent this script to Kate because I had a good experience working with her on that one. And then she recommended that she work with Taylor Williams on this movie because Taylor was making a transition from working in the theater world to working on movies as well. And she knew a lot of the up and coming talent in the New York theater, you know, community. So she was able to put a lot of those people in front of us, and it made our job like really easy because we were just selecting from like so many great actors. And yeah, we ended up with some awesome performers, and it's kind of like our secret hope that they all go off and do like amazing things as we know they will, and people will go, wow, like all of these people were in the same movie at one point. Like, let's go back and check it out.
Oh, that's wonderful. Um, is there anything that you both learned on the time directing this film?
I think we
Good
came to a lot
question.
of like realizations about like ourselves while we were like writing it for sure. And then because we shot the movie on a really tight schedule and it was during like the pandemic time, so we were constantly needing to change around that schedule. There was just this overwhelming amount of adrenaline of trying to get like the whole thing in the can once we were on set. But I think in writing the movie together, we realized like just what an important time that was for us, like in our early 20s, and how it was kind of a period where we were starting to do some self-reflection and kind of like becoming the type of people that we want to be moving forward. And then also because we were a few years removed from that at the time we were writing the movie, reflecting on where that kind of self-realization has taken us since, and just a lot of conversations around, yeah, like the lessons that we learned and what our mindset was at the time that we were writing it was like natural because we were spending time in the same place writing. So it was like really kind of valuable to be able to talk about those things with a dear friend. And I think like we'll take some of the kind of thoughts and lessons that we learned from those conversations for like the rest of our life, which is amazing.
Yeah, just piggybacking on what Ben said, like it was just such a special and unique opportunity to spend so much time in reflection and to like really talk out all these different, all the different inspirations and the stories and getting to kind of see it from different perspectives, trying to put our minds, in the eyes of all the different characters and um again just having being able to do that with somebody who you spend so much time with and reflecting on all that stuff was just really special opportunity.
Since you all also had a tight schedule, how long did it take to put the film together, and how long did you film for?
I think we filmed for 15 days, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the first chunk was 15 days, but we lost one day due to COVID.
Oh, no.
But then we were able to go back and do some additional photography for 2 or 3 more days
Okay.
after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you hope audiences take away after watching Rockies?
We tried to be really detailed in the way that the characters like talk, and the things that they discuss. And the idea is to be as specific as possible to hopefully have the result of being evocative for the audience and like kind of remind them of that time in their life and what it was like to be around the friends that they had then. And hopefully if they leave the viewing experience and, want to call one of those people or kind of look back fondly on a time that they hadn't thought about in a while, like that'd be very rewarding for us.
Yeah, and like Ben said earlier too, is this movie is supposed to kind of be about those in between moments.
Yeah.
And also this movie was set in a time where kind of, cell phones are obviously very important, but it was a different sort of cell phone culture, whereas you still got together with people before the plans, just
Yeah.
getting together was enough. So I think if people, just kind of being able to be in that moment more would be great to just appreciate, the in-between moments, not the big plans, just hanging out with people you care about.
Yeah, it's funny, kind of with smartphones now, you spend so much time at home texting friends like, oh, let me know if you get up to something tonight. Yeah, if something good happens, I'll let you know. Okay, cool. I'll be around until, and then if nothing amazing kind of materializes, then you just don't end up like leaving the house. And we were thinking about a time where like, yes, there was texting, but it wasn't like the primary way of communicating.
Yeah.
So it'd be better to just like go to a spot where you know you'd run into your friends and then figure it out kind of
Mhm.
later. And then no matter what happens, you're still like around people and connecting. And like, movies for both of us, like growing up, were a way for us feel connected to the greater human experience beyond the stuff that was just happening in our town. But another way of doing that was just like, making sure that we were connected to our friends and family around us, and like hopefully making a movie that highlights that time can encourage people to participate in like both of those kind of experiences.
I thought 2010 was the perfect time frame to capture all of it. And then just picking it back off of like what you had said, what is it like working with Gravitas and helping you got both release the film? How did you connect with them?
Process of connecting with them, I
Yeah.
think a producer, Josh Michaels, got the movie in front of them and they watched it and they felt good about, helping us release it. So it's been great so far. I mean, they put us on every platform. They help work to find a PR person for us to partner with, and helped us work with our materials, our trailer and poster. And now we'll just see like what kind of audience is out there. And hopefully, it's a film that people appreciate now and then keep on discovering as time goes by as well.
I'd say yeah, yeah, and I'm just gonna say we're excited to see where Gravitas has done a great job getting out on this kind of first window of digital platforms, and we're excited to see where else they'll be able to get us on, which is super exciting. And I was just gonna say, appreciate your platform, getting the word out there, so more people could see it.
So that's going to conclude my interview with Max and Ben. I'm so happy I got to speak with them and learn more about the film. And I hope you all check it out, as Rockies is now available on digital platforms. This also concludes today's video, so please be sure to like, comment, and share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel so I can bring you more videos like this in the future. And don't forget to follow me on social media. The links are provided down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.